We are so live. Yes, we are. Welcome. Woo! What a great night tonight. I just want to say hi to everybody from New Jersey, especially Secaucus. Why do they call it Secaucus? Actually, it's not Secaucus. They say Secaucus. They can try to make it different. And I didn't know one of my towns just moved out on me. I'm from Patterson, and somebody said that they moved to, oh my God, I forgot which, Woodland Hill, Woodland Lake or something. Woodland Park. And I'm thinking, I've lived in Patterson as a kid, and I don't know where Woodland Park is. It's West Patterson, but they changed it so it doesn't say Patterson. Isn't that crazy? It's like East Patterson is now Elmwood Park. I'm only telling you this because you look like Robert Acosta, and you don't know him, but he got me thrown out of school. He was a brown, you know what brown nosing is? Okay, I don't know because the language is so different. I found a picture, my daughter's phone, in high school of a vagina. And I know how to handle that. And I went crazy on her. And I said, the hell are you doing with a picture of your vagina in this phone? She said, that is not my vagina. She said, that's Miss Ling's vagina. I said, the biology teacher? And she said to me, you told me I should have leverage on people. I said, that's blackmail. I never said blackmail anybody. So my best friends aren't even blackmails. I'm sorry, that was a Kamala Harris joke. I'm thinking about something, and I don't do political jokes because I'm horrible. Excuse me, I have worked with some big people, okay? Okay? Who are these people walking past here that I think are coming in? I don't know anymore. I just don't know what to say. Because you cannot define crazy. But what you can define are some things you have control of in your life. So as of late, ironically, since we have a whole new crew here, there are people who are having problems with their auditions. And another time, I'm going to repeat it again. Please, when you do your auditions, stop making it funnier than the writer, because they get insulted because you're funnier. And I'm very happy that we're doing this class here. We're going to have a complimentary night. You have to reserve your seat because there's not enough, but LASC people will get first dibs. And that's on December 8th. And it's 4:30 for young. It's an acting class. It's with the Film Actors Cafe, and it's taught by Aaron McIntyre. He can tell you all about that. But I'm just telling you, people who are watching, because you're asking me for class, if I can get closer. And listen, if you do have 7 people that need a class, maybe you find one spot, and maybe he'll go there. But I can't help you with that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to start giving out your number. Let's see how that feels. Let's give it for Aaron McIntyre right now, who's just working so hard, producing and doing all this fun stuff. And where have you been? You. Just working? It's been good. What name do you go by now? Really? Because, okay, then we're literally got some stuff to do. We got some really fun stuff. And I miss Ozzy. I miss a lot of people here. Hello to Samantha. If you're working, we're getting everybody sign in? No, right? That's okay, because you think I have a memory, don't you? Well, I'll tell you what. This time we're going to start, and I'll be really nice, and I'm going to start this comedy evening with the comedy and the comedic talent of the one and only Alan Weiss. Give him up for Alan. I said it right? All right. Thank you for once.
Okay, hello. I don't really have much because I'm exhausted. It's always fun, like when you go to work and then you're like, oh. I have that, I'm an introvert, and you spend enough time at work, it sucks all your energy out. Okay. I was driving to a friend to an event, and we said a joke. I said a joke to him, and I told him to write it down as I was driving, and he only wrote down the punchline. And I have no setup.
Try us.
So the punchline is her rabbit broke. Her rabbit broke, and if you don't know what the rabbit is, that's what your wife uses when you fall asleep. It's a dildo. And I don't know what the punch is. I don't know what the setup is. I'm sitting there going like, my wife
was very, she's
been
acting very, she's been acting differently.
Yeah.
I didn't know. She keeps reaching over with that long, do that thing you did before that, though. You used to preface it.
Preface it?
Yeah, somebody did something about the special drawer.
Oh, special drawer. I don't know. I didn't have that joke. All I know is that we came up with that joke, and he only ran the punchline. So,
set up from everybody.
Why the long face? Didn't know she had one. Yeah. Apparently, she wanted to. So I was thinking, I woke up, and my girlfriend was in tears. She said her rabbit died.
Inconsolable.
Inconsolable. So I was like, I'll get her a new one. Apparently, she wanted the toy, not the live one, or she didn't want the pet. She wanted the live one. It was really nice.
Cold, why are you shaking so hard?
Am I cold? Oh, is she cold? Oh, gotcha. So that was that one. That happened. I thought you were vegan. Let's see. Did I forget to turn this on as a recording? Yep, I did.
Because when you think about the rabbit breaking from if you were the baby boomer,
Yeah.
you know what happens when the rabbit died.
What happened? The rabbit died. They buried it.
No.
What?
No.
No.
If the rabbit dies, you're pregnant.
Oh.
Test with the rabbits.
Oh, interesting. That's good to
When
know.
the robot thought pregnant,
Oh, okay. So that.
the rabbit.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I did not know that.
See that?
Yeah.
You look at all four.
I went on you got like lots of different things there. The rabbit died.
The rabbit died.
Oh, shit.
Broke.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We're pregnant. Nope, it was the toy. Okay. I went on an adult retreat, and I didn't sleep well. It was like we had to sleep in cabins, and, you have to sleep with strangers, and someone's going to snore. And I was thinking, God, someone's snoring, and then someone's talking, and I was like, who's going to kill me? Someone's going to kill me. So I slept with a pocket knife, and it was a rough night, and I woke up all bloody. And I'm just not sure how people sleep with a gun under their pillow.
Now I understand why you sleep with a gun under the pillow instead of a knife. It's safe.
Yeah, except for if you shoot yourself. Always a comic. I have a joke about being a ghost. So I said, if I was a ghost, I'd be a helpful ghost, and I'll just do the whole thing. So I'll go like, I'd be a helpful ghost. So like, I'll go, woo, you left your stove on. Woo, close your blinds, your neighbor's a pervert. Woo, your girlfriend's cheating on you. But if I was a ghost, it'd be more of an autistic ghost because I'm on the spectrum. So it'd be more like, woo, yesterday's date was divisible by 2. The thing about being a ghost is I can only go out once a year because every other one I'd scare people, but I could go out on Halloween because that wouldn't be scary. Yes, thank you. And it's the only time I'd be able to go out and not scare people, and the best part is I get candy. I get rewarded. These are just
I love that.
working on it, trying to extend that joke. Peel it, right?
Get the other layer.
Get the other layers.
Jeez, and you can say it because you're on the spectrum.
Yes, exactly. I got ghosted once.
Speaking of ghosts.
It sucked. My grandfather died. He turned into a ghost. I was walking through my office and there's gnats, so I was killing the gnats, and my coworker's like, that could be your grandparent. And I said, I'm doing him as a favor. Let's see. I can't say that one. I'll get in trouble if my boss ever watches this tape. This guy came up to me after a show. He came up to me and shows, I find you attractive. It's the first time I've ever had to lie and say I had a girlfriend.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You
should tell us what he looked like.
he was.
What you thought he was going to say, but instead.
I thought he was just going to give me some pointers on my set, and he said, I find you attractive. True story, it happened.
And this isn't your first time.
It's not my first time. I don't know if I've ever been told I was attractive before.
Yes. The girl.
Oh, a girl did?
On the screen.
Oh, yeah, that girl who pleasured herself. Yes.
To the set, man.
Yeah.
Come on, hear this.
Yeah, she that was funny. That was a true story. I was on a Zoom call, and the girl, it was a comedy Zoom call, And she told me I couldn't tell anybody because the teacher would be angry and fire her, I think. But anyway, she told me she turned off her screen at one point and pleasured herself, not her screen, her camera, to pleasure herself. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I didn't I didn't realize she was like who tells people that? Like, that's supposed to turn me on. Hey, I find you hot. I turned off my screen and pleasured yourself to you. I was like, you could have come over. Didn't have to, I could have taken care of that for you. What does that say? Oh, Nat, killed friend, Nat, so, Hitchcock's hotel is called the Bates Motel. And I guess the guy who owns it is something Bates. I don't know his name, but Norman Bates. And so if he had servants, do they run around going, Master Bates, Master Bates, Master Bates?
And you look like Tony Perkins.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
That's Norman Bates.
Oh, Norman Bates. Oh.
Psycho.
I know the movie, but I don't know the...
Very handsome.
I don't know. Someone was trying to... Last time I was at improv, and they were like, something about Robert Redford, and I know Robert Redford, but I don't know anything he's in. So it's like, they're like, it was like, whoop, right over my head. Okay, so people put stickers on their cars to I guess say things about themselves, like my kid's an honor roll student and stuff. Like, I don't want that. I don't even put I have an electric car. I don't even put the HOV stickers on because I think they're ugly. And I was wondering, if I was to put stickers on my car, what would I put? Like, would I put, like, I hiked Yellowstone, let the force be with you, I got laid twice?
This year.
This year? This year. That's funny. That's a good ad. Ellipsis, ... this year. Okay, that one I've done before. Okay. Guy sits on a bench, just... Don't you love it when you look at yourself, you're like, what the hell's... Hold on.
Look at the punchline and give us a new... What you did today was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because it makes you think...
Yeah, you're trying to think on your feet. You're trying to go... Yeah, you go from the end to the beginning. Yeah. Then I... Okay.
Look, he looks like Anthony Perkins.
Huh. Hey, there we go.
On the joke.
Okay, I will play on it now. I go to people's houses, and I just... Because I'm a ghost too, so I just go up to people with knives in showers and just open them just to scare them. But that's his wife, so I don't know.
No, it's his mother.
His mother does that.
See, my mother's the...
Oh, my mom. Oh, my mom did threaten me with a knife once.
My mother stabbed me with a fork. That's not the point. You add on to this joke.
Yes.
And now you know your people. It's not me saying... You got a text
Yeah.
message.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll write it.
Do the work.
Yes, I'll write it down. I had more stuff at home, but I was so tired this morning I forgot to write.
And why were you tired? If you're a comic, you gotta tell people why.
Why am I tired? I'm so tired because I didn't have a girlfriend over. I'm so tired because I work as an accountant, and my work from about 8:30 to 6 before I drove here, and it's all mental. It's just mentally draining. So you're just constantly with numbers and spreadsheets. I'm sure... Mark, you can understand, because your contracts all day. It's just tiring to read all that. And then you have meetings and meetings and meetings and meetings. You're dealing with people. And so it just drains you. And I'm an introvert. So it's even worse because now you're like getting sucked your energy around. You're like, oh. And you're driving home going, oh. So that's, and then you go on dates after that. It's amazing. You go on a date when you're exhausted. And then the girl's like, she's like, whoa, are you okay? Do I need to call for some help? You're like, yes, please. Yeah, none of my dates went well when I went on dates on the weekdays. So I only went on the weekends, and then they think it's something really special, like on date night, like on Fridays or something. Or I like, hey, let's go out to date at 10 o'clock on a Saturday. They're like, what? It's like a coffee date. Just that's where the energy is going to be peaking. You're going to have energies, but don't do it during the week because you're too tired. It's too much tiring. And then you have all your staff asking you for questions and stuff. Because I don't do this professionally. I do accounting professionally.
You're a professional here, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I went to Vegas I went to Vegas and 2 girls wanted me to go to Magic Mike with them. And I wasn't sure if they just wanted companionship or wanted to see if I got hard. I grew up as a WASPy Jew. That's because I grew up in a WASPy area. And so we never told anybody we were Jewish because, you know, just in case they'd burn us. And when they burned the crosses, we just joined them. You know, just blend in. Doesn't help that I do look Jewish, but, you know, hey.
You gotta fix that joke before you get jumped outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To save our lives.
We had to pass.
I had to pass.
We had to pass.
Yes.
You know, black people pass. You passed.
I passed. Passed with a Klan.
Take your ass on there.
Yeah, thank you. People say they need Botox. I say just get fat. Just save some money.
No, I thought someone was stealing a cup.
I might be. It's true. I got cupping. I got cupping massaging. You know, when they put the cups on you. And I took my shirt off, and my girlfriend's like, "Oh, let's play Twister. Right hand on pink circle, left hand on dark pink circle."
And then you can explain what it is.
Yes, yes. So cupping is when they put cups on you, and it's like a suction cup, and it helps the blood circulation. So I will add that in there. Thank you, Cinda. And I don't think I have too much else. I will work on more stuff later, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Thank you. If you are in the Valley, I'm going to be at a show on Friday. No, of the Inland Empire in like Arcadia.
Is that by Disneyland?
No, that's Anaheim.
Oh, I don't know.
It's in Arcadia. It's called Vanome's. It's a wine bar, and I'll be performing there on Friday. So
I love that name, Arcadia.
yeah, it's past Pasadena.
So let me just say this.
And my name is Alan Weiss.
Oh yes, of course, and you can find Alan Weiss.
At Alan W. Weiss.
Right, at Alan W. Weiss. And what we're going to do is like when we start updating these newsletters, you guys have to get your stuff in on time, and then we'll be able to like just keep plugging and plugging. Because you know what? Don't laugh, but fans, you'll be surprised. Lee Schwartz has fans. Lee Schwartz has people that want to know when is he going to do a set and finish and tell and this and that. You got somebody that came in, and I couldn't think of the name. I had it wrong, but you have to take advantage of these moments, these small moments, because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I'm tired. And I'm tired because of all this politics, and I can't keep up with it. And so I decided, some do, but when you can't, get Zaffron. He's got a rant. Mark Zaffron, America's sweetheart. Give him a round of applause. Yes. Oh, it's so far, so close, and yet so far. Yes, it is your shirt. Why do you have to tell people? You want it back now?
It's not like I have that many, you know. You live with 3 women. There's not much room in the budget for you. In fact, there's no room in the budget for you. They call your share debt. You know, at the end of the day, though, I'm having a good time this week. I'm very busy, but I'm wondering, especially looking at Aaron, if Trump wins, what's the length of depression that all these people are going to be having? Is it going to be till January? Is it going to be just December? Because you're listening to things that are going on, you know, it's fascinating. Right? So somebody ran a clip of how many times they've compared the Republican candidate to a Nazi. Now, this goes all the way back to Mitt Romney. I didn't know that Mormons can be Nazis. Isn't it against their religion? You know, I don't know. I mean, you know, Romney was a Nazi. I mean, does anybody actually know what a Nazi is? This is the problem with America today. Language. They keep trying to change it so with they, them, with our pronouns. How about learning to define the things you swear at people? Tell me, what's a racist? I used to think was a racist was somebody who discriminated against somebody because of their race, mostly their color or creed. All right? What is it now? I don't know the definition anymore. They've so truncated it. I don't know any of these definitions. I certainly don't know what transgender means. I'm confused, and I'm pretty smart. If you can confuse me with all this lack of language, you're trying to confuse everybody intentionally. That's what it's about. Now remember, the first thing they do when they take over is that they change the dictionary. To wit, the homeless are no longer homeless. They're temporarily displaced. Illegal immigrants are no longer illegal immigrants. They're migrants. So were the hordes who destroyed the Roman Empire. They were migrants too. And so were the Huns. Remember Attila? Everybody forgets that's the first step in the destruction of an empire. And not that America was a very big empire, but it was an empire nonetheless. In decline, we get it. But it's the language thing that's getting to me. But what really was the funniest thing I saw today, and I really don't feel well, so I'm going to keep this short, is they were interviewing these black men in a barbershop in Philadelphia. And one of them sat there and said, I'll tell you what I'm upset with. What's that? Obama, he got up there and he was saying, I want to tell all you N's. And I'm thinking to myself, took me a second, what did he mean by it? And it meant that he didn't want to use the N-word. Well, he used it 4 times, and really it came down to, I don't want to be lectured to. Oh, did that sound too much like Joe Biden? Maybe I should say it out loud. Nobody wants to be lectured to. And that's what everybody's doing. But today, I saw the funniest thing in a campaign, RFK Jr., his new slogan, carried on by Donald, is Make America Healthy Today. As one of the people that's aiming it for, overweight, right? Not in great shape, knee hurts, a little arthritis in the finger. Yeah, I want to be healthy again, but tell me why I can't get Ozempic paid for by my insurance company.
I agree.
Why did I have to go to a cardiologist to find all kinds of nonsense diseases just so we can make a case that I don't have to pay $1,400 to $1,600 a month for something that costs 35 cents to create? And it comes down to this, which is the one unknown thing that Americans don't realize. You know why insurance companies don't pay for preventive health? They can never amortize the cost. Because the first thing you're going to do is change your job and change your health care plan. So Obamacare, although some portions of the Affordable Care Act made some level of sense, they failed in one respect. They were so concerned with forcing the new insurance company to cover your pre-existing condition, and I know this isn't funny, by the way. You usually used to be being funny, right? Why can't they cover why can't they cover my obesity? I'm fat. I want my Ozempic. It's like, I want my MTV. Ozempic is one of those drugs that I should be able to walk into a grocery store and buy over the counter, because I'll tell you right now, most of the allergy medicines are more dangerous. You see a guy go into a grocery store, buy 20 things of the allergy medicine, you know he's cooking up meth. Think about it. Can't buy it. Can't buy allergy medicine anymore. Why don't we just give them all the meth they want and let them die? That's what they do in Sweden. They give you all the alcohol you want, put you in a room and say, goodbye. Drink yourself to death. But back to my problem. This is a drug that's not addictive, that you can't overdose on, can't do anything, but yet I got to pay $1,400. My insurance company won't pay for it. And the government keeps it as a prescription drug. It should be no more a prescription drug than oxycodone should be. Now, let me talk about oxycodone. The reason it shouldn't be a prescription drug is simple. Those people in pain need it. And those people want to get high, to hell with them. Let them enjoy themselves. Let them do it till they're gone. But at least we get rid of the criminal element. Now, if you think about it, they try to legalize cocaine, but they found nowhere to sell it. So that meant that the criminals still sold it in Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, but you didn't get busted for using it. Had they closed the circle, a junkie could have walked into, 7-Eleven and say, listen, give me a nickel back. How wonderful world that would be if junkies could walk into 7-Eleven, their favorite place, and say, give me 3 Lucy's, all right? Cup of coffee, lots of sugar, and a nickel bag. Thank you very much. Saffron's my name.
I won't find you.
You're not going to. See, just as another point, I don't like social media.
Right.
You're going to make a mistake one day.
No, I'm not going to let you.
Excuse me. You know what? Get off the stage. This is just another example of why men hate being married. Because they hate being nagged. What do you mean you're not going to let me? What are you going to do? Check every single one of my social media posts? Have my phone in your hand like my daughter? And by the way, the woman's name was Miss Yoon, and she bent over.
All right, we'll talk about
Too
that
bad.
later. No,
She bent.
no.
See, this is the problem. This is not slander. You can talk about Kamala Harris. You can talk about these people. I don't care what you say. I'm the professional here. Anyhow, she was the science teacher, and she bent over and she was going commando. And my crazy daughter took a picture, and we asked her, why'd you do that? And she said, in case I needed it.
No, that's not what you said. That's not what you told. Hey, thanks for telling. I do remember. Let me tell you what I heard. I remember that she said, I told Dad, and he said, your mother told you what? That's what I remember. But this was something you shouldn't have seen, guys, tonight, because we were very happy. And we want Alan to be married, and we want Mr. Ramirez, we want them all to be married, okay? So stop making it like it's miserable. Because Aaron has no idea what it was like. You know what everyone else is saying that are watching? They're like, why is he bitching about Ozempic being $1,400? Just stop going out to eat. That is the first thing that comes to people's minds. So you've got to say it first and beat them to it. Because think about it.
I think if I were you, I would go down this trail, because the going out to eat is a direct result of you not cooking.
I have a cookbook. This is all he says. I don't.
Never opened.
When you snore, you do. I open it so I can just like quietly put it on your face. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to bring up this next gentleman because we have a kindred spirit. We really do. We really do. We really became close on a bet on a joke, and he said to me, "I wish I'd done that bet," because I thought Sister Mary Elephant was from where?
You thought it was from Cheech and Chong.
It wasn't.
No, you thought it was from George Carlin.
I thought it was George Carlin. Oh, shut, class, shut up. Thank you. And right now, I want to hear, and I want to hear it loud. Can you watch the screen for me, Mark, please, and do that for me, because I can't do that for him?
Really, it's your place.
Okay, Mark, and why does everybody have to hear it? Oh, my God, it's like a reality show that doesn't need reality. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. You just want to get on, get off. I just asked you to do it for me because I want some good tape. Sorry, I said tape, guys. I said all those words. All right, come on. Where is the momentum? That's what I want to know. Why are you shocked? Because you didn't know that Jews can't whisper? Well, now you know. I once said to Mark, oh, my God, there's Halle Berry. And he said, who has a hairy belly? Ah! I said to him, listen, what are we going to... I said, we have to go out to eat. And he says, what? I just gave you money. I didn't say that. All right, and I forgot the joke, but I do remember this. December 8th, you're not here. You're missing a real special treat. Live from San Francisco. He's here for you from the Film Actors Cafe, the one and only Aaron McIntyre. Let me hear you. Aaron.
Thank you, Sunda. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, I have to say that you guys take me back. You know, I feel like I'm 12 again, and I'm at home. Mom and Dad are just having their evening, you know, martini, and you know, having a little conversation, because that was always the conversation. It was always the conversation. What are you doing? Why did you turn that way? You know, and the thing that I love about my parents, here's the thing I love about my parents is much like this. I swear I feel like it's, it's a beautiful thing. Because my parents, they would always fight. They would always pick at each other, They'd be like, why'd you take that turn? Why didn't you take the other turn? Well, God damn it. I thought that was the way I was supposed to. Well, you didn't listen to me, and you should have listened. Well, blah, blah. And then they, well, shut up. Then they'd sit there and go, so do you want to go to Cracker Barrel? Or should we go? I don't know, another fucking restaurant. I just thought this up, but it used to blow me away because I remember when I was like 10, I went to my parents. I said, "Why don't you just get a divorce?" And my mom looked at me and she goes, "Because we love each other." So that was love to me. And so that's what ended my marriage, because that was love to me, and it definitely wasn't to my ex-wife. No, absolutely not. I did want to come up and finish up. I started to tell people a little bit about the classes. I wanted to talk a little bit about what you're going to get and why you should listen to me. Because why should anybody listen to me? I had said before, I've been teaching for about 35 years. I started up in San Francisco, professional acting school up there, and went there for 3 years. They asked me to teach. Then I went out on my own. Since then, I also, you may recognize me from some of my greatest films and television shows that I've been in over the years. I have some very, very memorable line, I'm sure that you remember. Hot dogs! We got hot dogs! And the other one was, we were just walking in the park, man. And then that was actually from one that you might know. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was in Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I don't know if any of you know that movie, but I was in it. I got beat up by John Vernon, which was something I've been chasing the rest of my life, that up moment, getting thrown against the wall. But my first thing was Johnny Mae Gibson, FBI. And she was the first black female FBI agent, played by Lynn Whitfield. Wow. Yeah. And that was the first thing I did. And that was actually the biggest part I'd been in until I made it. My friend and I made a film, but it was a pretty big part. But all of the other ones were literally like lines like "Jump, jump." You don't like LSU? Yeah. So anyway, so 35 years teaching. I've taught everything from acting. I've also taught studio production. Did work at a television studio for 20 years in the time that I was also trying to audition and get work. And I taught editing, and I'm an editor and producer. Produced 5 short films, 1 feature film, edited all of them. And yeah, there's my resume. So, what will we be doing? We will be doing a class. We'll be doing a complimentary class for anybody who wants to show up here at 10835. I got it because it's my old address with a 0 in it. I know, it's amazing. 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard, the LA School of Comedy. It's on December 8th, which if you're out present shopping, it's 2 days after my birthday. So you can grab me a present. I don't mind getting them a little late. It's perfectly fine. I actually always used to get my my birthday telephone call a day late from my mom. Yeah, she'd go, "Happy birthday!" And I go, "Yeah, it was yesterday." And she'd go, "Really? I thought it was the 7th." And I was like, "No, that was Pearl Harbor Day, Mom. That's what started World War II." My parents didn't talk a lot. They didn't tell us much about my family. I was 8 years old. We had lived in Japan. My dad was in the Air Force. We had lived in Japan for 2 years. And we're about to leave, and my mom goes, "Oh, we're going to go on vacation." And I was like, "Oh, where are we going to go?" And she says, "Oh, we're going to go to Nico, where they make this beautiful pottery, and we're going to go to Summerland, and then we're going to go to where your dad was shot down." And I was like, Dad was shot down? Oh yeah, he was taken prisoner of war in World War II. I'm like, nobody said anything. Why wouldn't you carry that legacy on and go, your dad is a war hero. He was a prisoner of war in Japan. Nobody said anything. Then the big one came when I was taking care of my mom. So I took care of my mom the last 6 months of her life. And there was one day, and she just said, I was thinking back, and I think the first memory I had, I was 3, and we had bought this house. My dad was working on the oil fields, and we bought this house. It was way up on a hill. And I was 3 years old, and I was standing on the front porch, and I looked out, and they had all the oil derricks. And there was this man standing on one of the derricks. And then all of a sudden, the derrick just caught on fire, and that man burned to death. Oh my God. And I was like, this is news to me. Why are you bringing that? Now I know why my mother was a little closed off. She was a little, she wasn't a very affectionate person. She was a wonderful person. Wonderful person, I have to say. She was fabulous. But she was a little, held back a little bit on the love and affection stuff. I remember falling on my head and knocking myself out. And when I woke up, she was vacuuming around my head, saying, "I told you not to jump on the couch." What was there was another thing that I remember. One time she gave me have I got time? I had a friend over, and she made us peanut butter sandwiches, and I went outside, and I think I was like 7 or something like that. And I went out, and I didn't want to fucking eat the sandwich. I ate half of it, and the other half, I was like, I want to go play. So I took the sandwich, and I stuffed it up into the drain pipe. And about a week later, we're having pineapple, and, it wasn't really ripe, So I started getting all the bumps on my tongue, And I said, "Mom, I got these bumps on my tongue." She goes, "Yeah, those are lye bumps. I found that lump in the drain, that lye in the drain the other day." And so I believed for a while, that you actually got bumps on your tongue if you lied. But then I realized that if I got bumps on my tongue every time I lied, man, my tongue would turn into one pustule and fall out of my mouth because it was constant. I was a big liar when I was growing up. So I think I'm going to end there. Please join us on December 8th, 4:30 in the afternoon. We're gonna do a little workshop, a couple of hours with young adults. No kids, 10 to 17. They can come in if they're 10 to 17. And then 18 and above will come in at 7 p.m. and we'll have about a 3-hour class for those people. So, yes. Oh, yeah, that's one thing I do in all the classes is I videotape everybody's work. So we actually work on the scripts in the class. No homework. I don't give you scripts to go home and learn or give you anything to learn there. We do everything in class. We go through the whole breakdown. And come check it out. See if it's something you want to do. And that's it for me.
Where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me at Aaron McIntyre, AERON MACINTYRE. Everywhere.
Beautiful.
Everywhere.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
Listen, don't move.
Don't move.
So, I took care of my mother the last 6 months of her life, and I did a terrible job. No, I took care of my mother for the last, I had to move in and help. My mother was in for about 6 months. I took care of her. Didn't do a good job because she
died.
Right.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
We didn't say that. I need you to do
No,
the
I know.
Mannix thing because it's funny, man.
The which?
Mannix. Listen
The Mannix. Oh, jumping over the couch?
When
Yeah.
you're talking, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't know who he's talking about, we're just going to... The name even sounds cool when you say it was the
Mannix.
first time you did it.
Mm-hmm.
The very first time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a show called Mannix, and he was a detective, and he had this and he had girls and this and that, and then he could just jump over things. He did this one thing over the couch, and I would do it. And you did it.
Right.
And you did it. And so that's why his mother used to say, You're going to get hurt doing that. He didn't listen to me. But this one time he hit himself so hard he passed out doing Mannix. And that's when she vacuumed around his head.
Yes. Yes. I was trying to truncate it for purposes of.
Right. I know.
But no, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah.
I just want to do that.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know how you did it, but you moved this mic thing.
I can do it.
Oh, I know what you did with this.
I'm going to do it.
You went like this. You did it on this, though.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do it shows
I
better.
have to make sure that I put that there. And then
Right. And then
I clipped my foot on the back of the couch and hit my head.
Right.
And got
She
knocked
just
out.
back around. What'd she say?
Told you not to jump on that couch.
Oh, you're not. She wants a lot of butter.
That's right. I want lots of butter.
Go.
All right.
The next actor.
All right. Okay. Well, we're going to bring up our headliner. I've been waiting all night for this, and so has he. He was here before anybody else, so fuck you all. We're going to bring him up right now because he's chomping at the bit. His hands are clammy. And here he comes. Billy Ramirez, ladies and gentlemen. Put it together. All right, dude.
Trying to see if my 10-minute set hits 10 minutes. So it's going to be reruns.
Don't worry about it.
All right, what's up? My name is Billy Ramirez, first-generation Mexican-American. ¿Qué pasa, familia? Órale. I've never been able to do that whistle. I don't know what the trick is. I don't know it. If I did know how to do that whistle, right now it would sound like an aviary. Fine, it would sound like a bird store. All right, let's see. So I like to consider myself an office Latino, which explains the skin tone, and also it's a way to tell you that, all right, I'm not the kind of Mexican that's going to fix your transmission, but I can put together a website or a PowerPoint a toda madre. That means just terrific. Skin tone is it's white privilege, basically. Not too recently, a comedian, she was trying to use me to tag up her punchline about white dudes, and she reached over for a fist bump to get me, a supposed white guy, to agree with her, and I shook her off. I did not fist her. I did not give her the fist, and she asked me why, and I said because I'm not white. And then she she's revealing brand new information to me, looks me directly in my eyes and goes, well, you look white. Like, yes, lady, I know. Don't you think I exploit this as much as possible? Like, this is like, the skin tone is a free 15 to 20 mile an hour speeding pass. It's great. It's amazing. Like, not too long ago, I ran the red light on Santa Monica Boulevard in Butler, where the police station is, and a cop saw me. And you know what he did? Nothing. Actually, no, let me specify. You know what he did? He just shook his head and did nothing. If I looked like one of my cousins in Mexico done that, they would have pulled him out and beaten him to death, called him all the words that I can't say because I'm trying to keep it PG. PG-13? I don't know. I also, in addition to giving myself the silly nickname of Office Latino, I also gave myself this silly nickname of Middle-Aged Muchacho, which is just a way of me trying to cope with the fact that I might not be officially an old man, but I will be an old man. I'm no longer a young man. And the middle-aged part, like, the end is an old man. I just got to figure out a way to just get used to it. Like, one way that I'm trying to transition into that is my sheer and outright refusal to learn how to text using any sort of shorthand or slang. Like, I refuse to do so. All right, fine. I don't do that just because I'm getting old. I do it mostly because it's really the only chance I get to show off my communication degree. I don't know if you remember an old episode of The Simpsons came out about. All right, by now they're all pretty much old episodes of The Simpsons. You know, they've been out for 47 years, but about 20 years ago or so, when I was embarking on my so lucrative journey towards my communication degree, there was an episode of The Simpsons in which the kicker for Springfield University injures his leg in the big rivalry game. And in the locker room, Dr. Julius Hibbert tries to comfort the kicker, and he tells him, oh, I'm afraid you'll never play football again. At least you can fall back on your degree in communications. Oh, dear Lord, no. And the kicker goes, yes, I know, he's a funny major. Lubchenko learned nothing. Well, that joke is funny to me, again, because it is said that comedy is tragedy plus time. And, enough time has passed, and the tragedy is a communication degree. Let's see. So right now, comedy is more of a hobby than a business. Although I have earned $7 in my entire comedy career, so I can officially call myself a paying comedian. It's actually after one of my worst sets too, which is I should turn that into a bit. But if comedy doesn't work out, I already have my backup career plan. As like I said, I am Latino, first generation Mexican American. Yo hablo español y todo eso. And being a sports fan, I realized that maybe I could be a baseball translator. That's something there. The thing is, it's a competitive business, so I'm going to have to come up with a gimmick to stand out. Like maybe put some funky glasses on or interview players in a zoot suit, hey, órale, what's, I don't know. But I think I got it. This is going to be my gimmick. So just imagine baseball interviewer, myself, the interpreter, and then the player. So it's going to go something like this. We're here with Jose Lopez, catcher, whose big play in the ninth inning broke open the game for us. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Sí, díganos un poquito de la jugada en la novena entrada que ganó el partido. Sí, bueno, lo más importante es que nuestro equipo ganamos el partido. Okay, what happened? See, last time we played, he threw the ball close to my face, okay, so I get really mad. So I do a bunt, okay, so I go to first base, okay, and then from first base, he looking very nervous because from first base, I can just stay all second base, okay, so I do a little dance, a little this, a little that. He gets nervous, throw another bad pitch, I go to second base. Now he really nervous because I'm behind him. He can't see me. I'm behind him, not in front, okay, so then he throw a couple bad pitch. The guy makes a hit. I go to third base, okay, and then from third base, he very nervous now because I do a bunt, a wild pitch, another bad pitch, and I can go home and win the game. And that's why I say to him, mira, hey, cabrón, hey, I'm going to go home. And then I steal home, and that's how we won the game. What? That's basically what you said, dude. Este cabrón. Anyways, we'll see if that works out. Let's see.
Make that work out and make that thing a prop.
All right.
Talk to that fucker.
Yeah, okay. Let me get to my set. This is like live. Are we going to start doing stunts? This is like live action comedy now. It's funny. Also, by the way, I'm enjoying the live action sitcom you got going on here. Or sitcom / drama. I don't know what's going on. Like, yeah, it's like Alan was like, it feels like we're watching a sitcom. Yeah, we're part of the studio audience. Anyway, so that's been fun. Yeah. It's filmed in front of a live studio audience. Anyway, So anyway, yeah, it's a telenovela aquí, Mark, Sonda, mi corazón, whatever. So yeah, so I speak Spanish. So now that you know that I speak Spanish, I have a piece of Spanish trivia for you about the band Maroon 5. So check this out. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your socks off. If you don't have socks, they will appear on your feet and they'll get blown off. Did you know that the band Maroon 5 has a different name in Latin American countries? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, it's true. In Latin American countries, Maroon 5 is known as Cinco Putos, and that's true because I saw it on Wikipedia when I put it there. What's that? Another band joke? Sure, how about this one? You know my favorite thing about the band Mumford & Sons is that we know exactly who to blame. That's one of my favorites. Let's see. So living in LA is fun. I'm from the Bay Area, and I lived. We got Mexicans in the Bay Area. We got way more Mexicans down in LA. I love that. And one of the reasons I love living in LA is the fact that I can show off my Spanish, like whenever I want. Like if I go to a Mexican restaurant and I overhear someone order something like a chicken quesadilla, chicken fajitas, chimichangas, something like that. And by the way, it's a real shame that Eric Estrada and Celia Cruz never teamed up for anything. They could have had a variety show called Chips and Salsa. That one's on the house. But whenever I hear someone order something funky like that, I just cannot resist going overboard and basically auditioning for a telenovela that nobody's shooting. All of a sudden, Preciosa. It doesn't matter who. Señor Preciosa. And it could be night too, and the sun's in my eyes. En este momento yo deseo 3 tacos de carne asada, una torta de jamón, un churro y una peña fiel. Gracias, por favor, muy amable. Buen provecho. Que Dios te bendiga. And then when I'm feeling extra confident, I'll throw in some bonus words like, entonces, por supuesto, crepúsculo. The problem is I have this face and demeanor, so sometimes I'll order in fluent Spanish, and then in return I'll get a, okay, do you want, hijo de tu puta madre? Fine, sir, I will have some of the green whack-a-mole, whatever that is. I know what it is. Miguel. Sorry. But it really doesn't matter where or when I hablo español, because whenever I do, I go completely overboard and basically turn into one of those Latino reporters you see on the news. I don't know if anyone still watches the news, the local news, but if you do, pay attention to any reporter whose last name ends in EZ. And there's a very good chance that reporter is going to take any and every opportunity to cherish the Spanish language. And that's how I hablo español. Like a Latino reporter wrapping up a segment. Something like, police don't have any further information on the suspect. Reporting live from El Camino Real in Santa Clara, this is Gustavo Gutierrez, el mero mero más chingón, tú sabes, güey, for ABC 7 News. Back to you, Nancy. All right, that's my time. That's all I got for today.
No, that's not true.
Oh, well, almost. I got 40 seconds to spare.
Tell me one more thing. I want to know one thing.
What?
Suppose, can you do Bart?
Bark? Part?
From the Simpsons.
No, geez, like what do you like? I'm trying to remember what some of the like don't have a cow, cowabunga, dude, something like that. Well, I could burp like Barney Gumble.
No, well.
I think by the way, I think every man on this planet at some point has tried to burp like Barney Gumble.
Who is that?
The drunk from the Simpsons. Hey Homer, you know. Hey Homer. And then he burps, but. Hey, home. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only voice I can do. Or Marge. Homer.
Right. Yeah, come on, instead of putos, maybe say patos, and then clarify. It means ducks.
Patos. Well, because originally it was pendejos, but I used pendejos in another part of the bit, so I was like, I don't do it.
Can you make it a callback?
I could. I've never connected those, but I just depending.
I'm breaking your chops for something.
Depending on the mood, I go puto, pendejo, you know, whatever. You know, it's nice to have that choice. You know, you want to call someone a puto, a pendejo.
But how
It's your
could
choice.
you do it where it wouldn't be beep and it could be like a double entendre?
Oh, pendejo. Oh, it would be pendejo. Pendejo doesn't get bleep.
So what does pendejo mean?
Dumbass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pato and puto.
Puto is like whore, yeah, male whore.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'd be
Just say male whore.
Right.
Yeah.
Male whore. Yeah.
Oh, pendejo. But I think people know more pendejo more than they know puto.
I'm from New York. That's the difference. That's what I'm
Yeah.
asking for your help. And I think that maybe you can take it a step further. I think you should do,
Pinche pendejo hijo de tu padre. No.
and you know, I'm thinking you should do the news people differently. The New York news people compared to these news people. Could you go too long for the LA one? The New York, you'll see exactly what they do. My name is, it's like Peaches Rodriguez does this joke. I just want you to know that. But they get to it really quicker. This LA thing is funny. It's taking like so long, and you're able to, and you're loving it, you're pronouncing it. Like, how do you say go, like, you probably could tell.
Vete a la chingada.
Ugly, and she would believe you and say he was talking to me and stuff.
Vete a la chingada. Yeah, so you just want me to do it all in Spanish? I'll do it. Yeah.
No, but I was just saying, it's able to see that, as you can see, he does speak Spanish and could tell you. It's for something totally different. But I'm glad you're up tonight.
Thank you, muchas gracias. Es un placer estar aquí con ustedes. Y,
Exactly, you're able to do it in both languages.
sí, ¿cómo que no?
Have you been to Covina yet?
No,
Okay.
todavía no. Pero está en mi itinerario.
Well,
Anyways, my name is Billy Ramirez. Find me at BillyRamirez.com. Thank you.
BillyRamirez.com.
BillyRamirez.com, and I got all the links and all that.
This is what I do to people. I abuse them. They think I'm being nice, but instead, you know, that Laugh Factory in Covina is really getting hot with the Spanish shows. That's why I'm saying. Yes. And then they have, not to say you have to do it, but sometimes you don't care how you get in. And nobody would believe this, but I worked on the Chitlin circuit. You can ask Mark Zaffron. I was on Chitlin circuit. It was Borscht Belt, Chitlin. That's it. Drunk Irish bars. My husband put it best. A comedy club is just like the back of a bar. That's all. You know what I mean? That's why when people get so anxious and if I don't get past, I have to get at this show. I have to be at the. No, you don't. It's where you make it. So now look what's happening. For example, my alma mater, Stand Up New York, is no longer Stand Up New York. It's like LA School of Comedy. You want them, you book them, you pay, they go. So I did the Spanish nights. I did Que Locos. I did all of those shows on. That's why I'm talking another way to you, because nobody else here would benefit from this conversation. So it's a beautiful thing that you're able to demonstrate all that. But what I'm saying is that now the comedy comes to you. they're going to book a room. If Wolfgang's was here, they would have booked a room in the back now. It's comedy and a show. It's dinner. How's that go again? Dinner and a show?
Dinner and a show.
Like, right. And so, like, remember back with Grandma Sylvia's funeral? Now it's for real. Now they're really they want real good comedians and some food. So that's why comedy's so great for you guys right now. Your shit's so easy. You can do it anywhere. Just come up in your underwear. Speaking of, if you guys have any dirty underwear that you're trying to sell, I'm kidding about that. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want you to understand that this is just not a place that we just goof off. This is a great place for podcasting, for just working out material, getting insulted. And yes, I got the text. I know I'm missing an earring. I know that. But people are watching. And this applause is to you people who are watching. Thank you so much. To all of you, you must make a reservation to be part of this showcase on December 8th. And that would be you. And where do they contact you?
Filmactorscafe.com at Gmail.
Okay. Filmactorscafe@gmail.com. Film, F-I-L-M, actors, A-C-T-O-R-S. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cafe, C-A-F-E. Filmactorscafe@gmail.com. My name is Sunda Kronquist. I've been your host tonight, and I'm going to tell you just one thing you don't know about me before I go. Is there anything you think you don't know about me? Okay, I'm not going to tell you. I think I'm going to tell you I'm driving my husband crazy tonight. Good night. Bye. See you.